Right, I hope you enjoyed the last video. If you haven't seen the last video, well then, link up above, down below, wherever, showing the day of the collection. We've now got the bike in here. It's the next day, basically, and we're going to start stripping this down. Now, for those of you who are really paying loads of attention with the bike lift and how we got it in the position, Tom's not very happy because we haven't got the right equipment in here to put this bike in the right position, basically. Because this is the Enduro pack, it hasn't got the center stand on there, it's just got a side stand, but we want to get the bike upright. So we've just put this scissor lift in the middle just to keep it level. We haven't got any straps here that are short enough to connect between here and here, so it's literally balancing. So we're being very careful with it, don't worry. If we drop it, you know. Don't worry about it, we'll be fine. But we do have a centered shock in the post from ProBike. That is the brand of the lifts, because I know that will answer some questions. What brand bike lift is that? That's coming in the post, probably here today or tomorrow. So it'll keep the bike nice and central. Let's start stripping it down. We have not touched it at all apart from taking the seats off. Is that all you've done so far?
That's all I've done, take the seat off.
Right, okay. But before we get started, I just want to show you what came through the post this morning. It's over here on the side. Come take a look. Right, I wonder if you can guess where this is from.
I don't know. Who could have sent us that?
I don't know. Here it is. Ooh, did you put the sleeve on?
No.
Right, this is the new EasyCan for the R1300. Now, please note, this is still not available. As we're recording this right now, this will not be available until sometime in Q1 2024. We're just lucky enough to have one of the first prototypes. This is the second one. The first one was fitted to Bruce Smart's bike, Teapot 1. If you missed that video, put a link up above and down below for that as well. That's the first 1300 to have an EasyCan fitted to it. However, this one here, this is called the Adventure Condom. Sorry, the Adventure Sleeve. The Adventure Sleeve. And now on the website. We've actually bundled these into our bundles. So if you are on the website and you are looking for a bundle for your bike, your R1250, 1200, or your K1600, your F850, you name it, you'll see this as an option right at the very end of your bundle configuration if you want to add it or leave it off. But they're very, very good. I don't recommend them, I'm talking myself out of style here, I don't actually recommend them for the 1200 and the 1250GS because there's not enough room for them. Whereas on the 1300, this is nice. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. This is the actual new design for the 1300. But for the 1300, there's room for the EasyCan to rattle around. So I do advise you add this to stop it from rattling around under the seat. So this is it. Stefan, the founder of Hex, was telling me about this new design that they've got. It looks like it's, on camera it might look like it's painted, but it's not. It's like a, how do you describe this finish?
It's anodized.
Anodized, yeah, it's anodized. Very nice. Do you know if they're putting this on all the new EasyCans?
All EasyCans moving forward are going to be black.
Okay, all EasyCans moving forward will be black. If you've got a silver one, it doesn't mean you've got an inferior one. It just means it's a silver one. The insides are no different. So this is going on the bike today. One of the other things that we're doing today is fitting this. I know full well that I will never be having a pillion on this bike. So we're going to take the pillion pegs off. This came with the bike. I think it's as part of the Enduro pack. It's lovely. Just looking at this is great. But that's going to replace the foot peg so we can put the exhaust hanger on there. I haven't got a blanking plate for the other side, but I'm hoping we can find something from R&G Racing to cover that up. And then over here, also came with the bike, we have variable different attachments for the bar risers. So I'll be having a play with those, but we're probably going to be fitting a nice new pair of Gilly bar risers. Right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to undo this screw just there. Okay, so there's no shoulder on there, that's that screw there. And then Tom's going to tell us the next bit he's going to do.
Going to pull the popper off here.
So it's literally a pop, so just looking at that fitment, that's what it is. You see that there, and on the inside, there's like a lug which fits inside there. Okay, that's off. And then one at the top.
One at the top.
Yeah.
Then you need to pull the front beak panel off.
So it literally pulls. We've undone no other screws. So there's 3 poppers there, which you can see, which correspond to plastic lugs on the inside there. that is exactly the same size as the last one. Okay, cool. So because this is the second time we've taken a 1300 apart, we are literally just going to show you each screw so we can use it ourselves for a reference if we need to, if we don't know what screw goes where. So to get that off, you just carried on pulling it off.
There's just 2 more poppers.
So that whole side blue panel is held on by 2 screws. Agreed?
Yeah, 2 screws.
Yeah, and you can see once it's off, all the locating lugs that go inside all the poppers, and you've got these little black bungs here which obviously just sit as spaces between this and
the
actual fuel tank itself. So the same again. Well, it might not be.
Might not be.
It is, we know it is because we did Bruce's bike. So same again, one down there. It's the same screw as the other side, I'm happy with that. Pop it off a little bit down the bottom.
It's very tight. That's it.
That's it. Takes a bit of courage. You just have to be confident with these things. And then that one there, pop that out, and that will give Tom a little bit of clearance to get to that screw just there. Okay. Okay.
That's it.
No different at all.
No, same panel. Now we're into the unknown because we've never gone any further than this.
Okay.
So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all it looks like to me. Exactly the same screw again.
Same size screw, yep, lovely. Shoulderless. And we align all the screws up on the side of the bench so we can definitely compare the heights and lengths of them. I know it sounds ridiculous, but on some bikes you get them, they look identical, but there's like a couple of mil out on them. Did you say you had a customer come in this week, Tom?
With a bag of bolts.
He literally came in with a bag of bolts where his bike... So am I thinking correctly that his bike wasn't put together?
No, he did an install himself and then came with a bag of bolts.
He rode the bike?
Yeah, he rode it in.
With the bag of bolts in his hand?
With a bag of bolts in his hand.
God. Yeah.
Same again, same bolt.
So there we go, lovely. That's good. So whenever you're taking your bike apart, be methodical, guys. Don't just throw it around, know what you're doing.
Just remove that from there.
So that's taken from there, yep, okay.
Same again.
So that's 4 screws you've taken out for that part there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It looks like that's all it is. So I'm hoping it's like the old one where we just pull from the bottom and... Yeah.
Any screws inside the...
Ah, there is.
Take this, yeah, there we go.
2 inside the cubby hole.
There's no screws actually inside there, are there?
No, there's a USB socket there, which I didn't know.
You might have to disconnect that from one of the sides, just so you get... We'll see when we start lifting it out. Can't be any worse than the KTM.
No.
That's a nightmare, that one is.
Come on. Just lift it, it should pop out with it.
By the way, the screw you took out there, was it the same size as the others?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Tom's just identified there's one down the front, which you get on all GS's, which is probably a T40.
T30.
T30, sorry, T30, yeah?
T30.
Yeah. So all the screws up to now are T25s and a T30 at the front, which is the same as all GS's. I didn't spot that one in there either, actually.
No, should have realised.
If you've got a big bar back risers, that's always a pain in the butt to get to. Okay, so that's that bolt there. Show us in your palm of your hand. Thank you very much.
Leave those in there.
Right, is that going to come all free now?
Yeah, it's just a USB, it's just the socket.
Yeah, you can unplug it from...
I have to come to the other side so I can see. Now these plugs come undone. I just need a little screwdriver just to give it a tap. You just need to lever it up there. Just to pop it off.
Right, okay. So you can't get it just from squeezing it?
No.
Look at the plug. Have a look at it.
It's what's on all the USB when I do a double DIN one. Do Do you want me to make it look like it's easy, so I've just flicked it off?
No, fine. Yeah, so it just gets flicked off.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
That's that one off. Where did the two...
I asked this question when I came in this morning. How does a bald man have a haircut and it's noticeable to other people he works with that he's had a haircut? How's that possible?
Right, let's put that
I had
there.
to put sunglasses on today. The amount of reflection I'm getting off your head.
Polished it, especially for you.
Turns out I think BMW are trying to catch us out here. So trying to get the nose off. We've already, a lot of it just unclips as you've already seen. But under the nose, which I'll show you now, there are two black, what appears to be screws. They've got a Torx head on them, but when you turn it, it just turns. And what we found out is they're not a screw at all. They don't even need a head on them. It's because they're a plastic rivet. Take a look.
Put some light on it or not?
Okay, yeah, put some light on that for us, please. So there it is, just there. So it's got a Torx head on it, but if you turn it, it just turns. So we've already had this off once, so if Tom, you can take it off again, please. So this is like, what's this tool called? It's a rivet remover.
Yeah.
And if you're after a rivet remover, just go onto Amazon or something and just get a job lot of different shapes and sizes. There it is there, so he's just pushed it back inside again, but that comes out and the rivet comes out. Okay, let's do the other side. There we go, that one's that out. That's how it comes out. Let's now pull the nose off.
Yeah, there's no there. The only thing's holding the nose on. There's no screws holding that nose on.
Wow.
It's just rivets, two rivets and poppers. That's it.
So look on the inside, that's a steady for us. So we were...
Two rivets.
You were just saying something about these...
Looks like it's already got the mounting points for a adventure nose.
what do they call it? The rally nose, isn't it? Yeah. Which I'm a bit confused why mine hasn't come with that, actually. Because it is the Enduro...
Rally one.
The rally model, isn't it? The trophy.
Stay.
Oh, and by the way, these aren't actually wide in at all. We just wanted to put them on. With the 1300, you automatically get like a mounting point here for their factory ones. So we just put these on in place. We are finding it's not a great fit using the Denali adapter. So something else is going to have to be fabricated to make a stronger mount for these 1300s. But don't worry, we're working on it. So now we're taking off these silver GS panels. Same size again, yeah. And check again. Yeah, same size.
And there's a popper on this.
All right, okay, so we've got a little popper at the back, which goes into that slot there. Not difficult. Same again. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going for the two screws that are visible for this panel just here. So there's that one there. Same screw again.
No shouldered on this so far. Same again.
Oh, you think that comes off with it, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm not so... Oh, right, okay. I wasn't too sure. Okay, so they're held together by those there. Yeah, and then that popper there. And where did that go into a popper?
Down there.
Down there. Yeah, okay.
There.
So,
Yeah.
so there's
three poppers and two screws.
3 poppers, 2 screws.
And 2 pieces of Velcro just to align it.
Great. Our new GS is held together with Velcro. Yeah.
Same again.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Right, we're just going to whip the Denali D3s off quickly. We put them on yesterday just for photograph purposes, just to get some teaser photographs out there. Because I've just noticed this entire plastic panel here, right through to just in front of the headlight, is one piece. So this is, I'm actually quite excited by this. I don't know if it sounds a bit weird or not, but this is a complete change from the original bike. But I am seeing familiarities between this and the old 1250. Old, I can't believe we're saying old 1250. But the panel's all different, it all looks different, but at the end of the day it's a motorbike. You can only change so much really.
Comes apart really easy.
Yeah, so far all the screws are identical, so we're just taking these lights off and then we'll whip these side panels off. I want to see lots of thank you comments down below here because we're experimenting on my own bike, okay? So we've just started taking this panel apart. We've actually almost had it off. I thought I'd do that before we started videoing because we weren't 100% sure exactly how it came off. And we did find a hidden screw. So Tom's going to show you exactly where all the screws are right now.
So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then right under here, you've got a hidden one.
Right, coming through.
Just under the radiator.
So just there, that's the hidden one I was just telling you about. But once you've undone all those screws on top, you still have to pull poppers out of their respective locations. And we can already tell you that all the screws are still the same size.
And one there.
Did you get one underneath?
I don't think I'll get it with a drill. I'll have to use a screwdriver. Oh, it's a bit awkward to get to. I might have to use my little ratchet. That's a fiddly one.
Okay, same size screw still?
Yeah, all the same.
Perfect.
I think it's just a matter of popping it off the poppers. Just
So
like
how
that.
many poppers have we got?
1, 2, 2.
Just 2? I could have sworn there's more than that.
1, 2.
Look, the top ones here.
Yeah, they're for the
They're the other
inners
ones,
with the upper
so it's
panel.
just 2 poppers on the back of that
On
hold
the
it
side of the radiator.
onto the side of the rad, yeah, into those little slots just there. Now it's starting to look like a 1250 more, isn't it?
A little bit.
A little bit.
It's definitely a GS.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a GS. Whilst these are just going to get started on the other side, this is just beautiful. The quality and the finish of this is amazing. Exactly the same, yeah?
It's very awkward to get to. This one's a bit more, I think, because there's a plug in the way.
Oh yeah. So I can't quite get this on camera. I'm trying. I am trying. Is it still in there? True.
Yeah, it's very fiddly. I don't think I can get to it with a screwdriver.
We're just about to see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just pop off there.
Same again. 2 poppers, yeah.
Now you've got a plug attached to this side.
Okay, just in case you didn't catch that, there's a plug on the back end of this one,
And the little screwdriver.
which I'm assuming is for the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's different from the 1250 then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Is that?
I can't see.
Can I see that on camera?
see. I think it just pulls off. Yeah. Just unplug the little clip.
Okay.
Just unplug the little.
Alright, okay, so you're not actually unplugging this, are you?
No, you're not unplugging it at all, you're just disconnecting it from the panel.
I see, right, okay, so it's like a plug holder that is clipped to a panel. Maybe if we can take it off, we can see exactly where it went. So it's attached to this piece here on the bottom of the panel.
Yeah.
And it is.
You can slide them off, but you need to do it from the back side. So the only way to get it off is to pull it off the panel.
There it is there. You see it there.
I'll show you.
Right.
I'll show you what you can do now then. Now you've got it off. You can just.
Alright, okay.
Now you can slide it off, put it back on the panel.
Or then it just clips back on.
Then you just slide the plug back on then.
Okay, yeah. That's it there. Okay. So it just pops off with a screwdriver basically.
Yeah, you just get a little tang behind and it just pops off.
So it looks like we're faffing around a bit, but just remember we haven't done this before. We're trying to figure out what connections we've got on the bike. Now we can see that. We now know the next time we take that panel off, it's literally just flick it off and we're done.
It's really good on the new GS. It's got its own screen wash. This is where you top up your screen wash. Just goes in there.
That is really good.
Really neat they've thought of that.
What? It's got screen wash?
Of course it has. It's got windscreen, hasn't it? It's a screen wash.
Oh, okay.
Did you know? Obviously it hasn't.
British sense of humour, okay? British sense of humour. If you really believe that screen wash, just switch off the video and go home, all right?
Right, let's get the fuel tank off.
Right, so now we're on the next phase. We're going to try and get this we are going to get the fuel tank off. We're seeing so many similarities to the 1250 here. It's incredible. It's just basically the same but better. It's so nicely put together, which you'd expect. There's two methods of taking the fuel tank off. We can either actually take the fuel cap off, unscrew it all, which is a bit messy, or Tom's going to show us how to remove the tank without taking the fuel cap off.
This is the plug for the keyless ignition fuel cap. So obviously you need to disconnect that from the bike. So it's just a few cable ties.
I think we need to sell packs of cable ties on the website.
I think we do. And then this is the same as the panel on the. Undo that.
Okay, so the same clip as we just saw on the other side.
Then you've got 2 or 3 cable ties.
I'm going to try and see into there.
You can't, it's pitch black, isn't it?
Yeah. Need a great big torch on my camera. Okay, so I can see what you've done there.
Yeah.
You've just basically freed up. This is the exact same plug you get on the 1250 for the petrol filler cap.
Yeah. And you can see on the inside of the fuel tank there's a little groove that the cable sits in.
Yeah. Oh yes. Where is it on that? Okay, so it's going along there. Yeah. It used to go over the top, didn't it?
Yeah.
But because they've now incorporated a little glove box, well, it's not a glove box, a little compartment, then they've had to get rid of that.
So just pull the cable through. That's it. Pull the air vents off.
It's a full tank of fuel, mate.
Don't know whether I'll lift it.
Courtesy,
You're one of them customers, are you?
Courtesy of Roy Pidcock. We haven't even ridden this, apart from around the property. We have not actually taken this out for a ride yet.
T40 Torx. One.
Cool.
2.
Okay.
Can't really get them lost mixed up with anything
No,
else.
you can't, no.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So very interesting that on the 1300 they don't have the height adjuster on the front anymore, which I think I'm going to find a bit of a problem, but...
Looks like that just pops out.
Well, that's the fuse box.
That's your main
Alright,
fuse
okay.
box.
They're still using the same colour wires as well. So one of those wires going into there, one of those wires there?
Blue and red usually.
Yeah, one will be switch live and one will be a constant live. Right, here comes the tank. Okay, so...
Oh, there's only one plug now.
Oh, hang on. Whoa, let's have a look.
Whoa, that's different.
Let's have a look. We've already got the petrol tank off. I had to put the camera down because we needed to have a good look and see and be very careful, and I just couldn't hold the camera in the other hand. So what you've got here is you've got two possible ways of disconnecting the fuel. The way we did it, I recommend you don't do it. There's a connection there that you can get a screwdriver just under that, pop that out, and it disconnects there. But a lot of petrol comes out that's holding itself in this tube here. So what we did, it's the blue section on here. When you move it out, it looks like you just have to press one button, but you've got to get your fingers around both sides. So the blue clip collar in there expands on both sides. You won't get it just by pressing on one side, which we were trying and struggling. You've got to press both sides, and that will then pop off that white sleeve just there. And then this plug here, that goes to there. It goes the other way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It went that way, goes that way. To get this off, on the back of this plug, there's a tiny little lever here made for a child's finger, so it's quite hard to get in there. You just press the back of this and that then pops out as well. There we go. You got that?
Yeah.
So there we have it.
Stripped.
You can tell it's a GS, but it still looks so different. Look at all this. Yeah, you can see it's like the next generation of GS, can't you?
No tubes.
It's really, really nice. It's nice seeing it like this. You realise you realise where all the money's gone.
Do you want me to take these two side panels off?
Yeah, let's get the side panels off. Okay, so what we got here.
One screw, T30.
Okay, so this isn't the same as the rest.
No, different.
So you've got a T30.
Oh, and it's shouldered.
And it's shouldered. Hold it right there. Let's have a good look at that. Perfect, thank you. And how is it, like a popper?
Two poppers, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah. Is it the same again? Have they done anything better to improve this? So you go, oh, they have.
Doesn't look like they push through now.
Yeah, yeah. So those of you who've taken your side panels off before in the past, they're really easy to lose. So whereas these don't push through as easily. Obviously, you can get them out if you need to, but they don't just fall out when you push the popper in. That's really, really good.
Same on the other side, I think.
T30.
Yeah.
Exact same screw to the side.
Exactly the same.
Right, lovely, thank you. Two poppers.
Two poppers.
Two poppers. We've got no battery.
No.
So this bike doesn't need a battery. No, it's there. The battery's there. Oh. Look at that, that is so nice. I just realised we haven't got to take a rear tray off or anything, have we?
Nothing.
I want these off though.
Yeah, we'll take them off in a minute.
Because I'm not going to be having luggage on this bike, so just whip them off and give it a bit of a sleeker look. Yeah, so this is now perfectly set up to thread wires. I can see all the paths now, which are going to bring you through to the front so you can mount lights. Sound bomb, no idea yet. That'll be in another video later on. Where are we going to fit a split sound bomb?
No idea.
Right, but we're definitely going to get a pair of lights on here today. Because we haven't got an official mount, a bike-specific mount, to go up high in this area here, we're going to mount them on the crash bars. We're going to put a single T3 on the back for an extra brake light, and we're going to put visor wizards on the back as well to help people identify that we are braking and indicating rather than this doing everything. Right, so what size bolts are these?
T40 again.
T40, yeah, Torx 40s. So I know I'm definitely never going to have pannier boxes on this bike. I think that should be left for the adventure bike. That's just my opinion. So I think it'll look a lot better if we just take them off.
That back one's a lot longer.
Oh, is it? Okay. So that third bolt you just took out, size-wise?
It's the same size as the front one by the looks of it, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, the front and the lower one are the same size.
If I show you on the side, underside of this one here, we've got 2 screws holding on this underside here. So we've actually taken that panel off on this side here, so we can access the plugs. Falling over. So we can access the plugs. So Tom's just cut a few zip ties that are holding those in, unplugged it from there, so we can actually remove this part of the pannier holder. Is that what it's called? A pannier holder? Pannier rail?
Pannier rail.
We have tried looking to see if for the plug on the inside, but we can't see anything at the moment. There will be a plug in there, but I think it's underneath everything. So we just want to get it off for now and see what the best way is, if we can unplug this from the inside or whether we have to poke this back inside underneath and somehow blank this off. Already, that just looks so much better without that on there. I like the look of that. Be off-roading this in a few days?
There we go.
Now we should just be able to pull that handrail off. Not that I want this off completely, but it literally pulls off in one go.
Yeah, it just sits in there, a little recess.
Okay.
So that will come off.
So you could literally just
run it without.
Yeah, you could run it without the handrail. I don't. Yeah, I
you
want
want
the
that.
handrail. Yeah.
Well, it's only made of
When I'm
plastic.
picking it up out the ditch. Right, so there's 4 screws under here, more like bolts, but they're T30s. You can actually see the angle it goes in.
Well, 2 of them are T30s. I think the other 2 are T25.
If you look at that thread just there, coming out the top, it's an angle. You can see the angle of Tom's screwdriver as well. There we go. Nice, thank you.
Oh, that's going to drop.
Classic Tom.
Classic Tom. Drop
Drop
it
in
over.
screws and bolts.
Where's it gone?
That's it. It's all falling apart
What's
now.
that one again?
Yeah, there we are. Same size, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
Right. That does go back into the bike, but we can get it back into there to tuck it away.
Okay, cool. Right, okay, multi-skilled here. So we've just undone the 3 screws on the back of the license plate, taking the license plate off as well. We're just removing the 3 screws that are behind here, on here. They're all exactly the same. Those 3 there, just the same as what you got on the majority on the bike.
I think it's just these 2 here, under the tail section.
Yeah, and then once they're out,
The top cover off.
The top cover will just pop off, exposing the radar.
Same screw again.
Yep, cool.
Don't need that.
Yeah, Tom dropping screws again.
Same again.
Same again, cool. That's it. There's the radar. So we're just releasing the zip ties for the pannier thingy so we can coil these up and put it under the tail of the bike.
We'll find a plug that it's plugged into, hopefully.
So we've pulled these cables through. We've tried to track them back to a point on the bike where there's a plug on the other end. All I can tell you is not in this area here. So I've made the decision that even though we probably could track it back all the way down here somewhere, I would rather keep the plugs at the back of the bike. So we're just going to insulate them using our special BMW, well, it's not BMW tape, but this is the same tape.
BMW tape.
Sorry?
It is?
Well, it's not made by BMW, it's made by a company called Coroplast.
Okay.
But it's the same tape that's used on the BMW wiring harnesses. So we're just going to tape up the plugs at the back, like Tom's doing now. And at this point in time, we don't even know if this is going to cause a dash error by unplugging it. I can't see how it would.
No, I can't.
But this special tape, you can buy it from a bike thing right here. We stock it. Actually, let me go and show you. It's literally on the packing desk because it goes with so many orders. You see it, all that container there at the back is BMW tape and more of it there. We buy it in the hundreds. What are you doing, Carol?
I'm folding ammo sheets. Hi.
It's like they've almost designed this to fit a T3.
Yeah.
Look, plug, hole.
Oh, the hole actually fits straight through the hole. So look at that. If you're going to fit a B6 tail light or some rear T3s, the hole on the back of this is a perfect fit.
There we go.
Very good.
Just needs sticking on.
Yeah. Right, I had to take a bit of time out here because I've got a business to run as well. Lots of people emailing and everything. So whilst I've been working at my desk, Tom has been carrying on getting the new number plate on there. So this isn't actually my official number plate. This is just a temporary one until my new one arrives. I don't like that great big plate. I'm prepared to take a slight risk and reduce the size of my plate. I think it'll be okay. And also since we were last on, the front shock from Pro Bike arrived. So he's got that on there as well. Let's take a look. So yeah, look at that. T3 is already on there. And put it all back together again. Where they're taped up. So these are the two pannier plugs for the power for the panniers, just taped up. We'll find out later, shortly, when we get the tank back on. Probably not today because it's late. Whether we get any errors on the dash, and that's going to go into the easy can. The easy can obviously isn't here yet, and there we are. The new chock is in place. So what are you saying, you got different bolts for?
So when we put the rear rack back on, the original bolts, because they took into account the pannier rack system,
yeah,
they were slightly longer, but I've managed to find some genuine BMW bolts in my magic box of bits. I don't throw anything away, and I found some bolts that will fit.
So when it comes off, there's like a little white tab there, and it's got to slide over that. That's on?
Yeah,
that's on, yeah.
That's it.
That does go on really nicely. Right, okay, so that's basically it really. We've got all the panels off, so I hope this video has helped you, showing you where all the screws are and which screws to take off so you can get down to the point of taking the tank off. So you've got this in a really good state to start putting aftermarket products onto your bike. We are going to continue and start taking off all the front headlight area here as well. But that's only for our own benefit. We're not going to put that into this video right now because you don't need to take all this off to wire in a load of Denali lights and a hex easy can. So stay tuned. Very soon, sometime between now and Christmas, we're going to bring another video showing the easy can on this bike with a pair of lights. We're going to try and get a sound bomb on here. I had no idea at this moment in time, no idea where that's going to go. Rear light, we're putting some visor dongles on the back so we can make that clearer. So stay tuned for that video coming very soon. But for now, hope you've enjoyed this video and had an insight in how the R1300GS comes apart. Until next time, stay safe behind bars. Not these bars, these bars. See you in the next video.